Welcome back. This is Brandon Kay with Executive on the Go. I'd like to take this time to say thank you for purchasing your corporation with us. Today's video, and the purpose for today's video, is actually to determine whether you have a C corporation or an S corporation. Do you have a C corporation or an S corporation? The question is, did you file the 2553? If you paid Executive on the Go, you paid us to do the S election for you with the IRS, you can rest assured that you are an S corporation. But if you did not pay us to do it, that's not to say you're not an S corporation, because you could have filed the paperwork on your own, or you could have given it to your CPA or your tax professional to actually file that paperwork. But if you didn't do that, you are still a C corporation. I will start off to say that all corporations, when they are incorporated, starts off as a C corporation. There is nowhere in the Articles of Incorporation that deems it to be an S or a C corporation. There's the only time that there's a specificity in the articles is if it's a professional corporation, whether it be a medical doctor, a dentist, chiropractor, CPA, or whatever it may be that you have to obtain a professional license for. That would be a professional corporation in that realm. Or if it's a nonprofit corporation, it will deem that it's a nonprofit corporation and not for profit, which doesn't mean it doesn't make any money, but that's another subject all in itself. So if you are a general for-profit corporation, you filed articles of incorporation, and those articles of incorporation came back and you are now incorporated. The question is, tax-wise, are you a C or an S? The reason again for this video is because when you initially file your first tax return, your CPA is going to ask you, hey, are you a C or an S? You're going to say, I'm an S. And then they're going to say, where is your notice of acceptance from the IRS that you're an S corporation? And you're going to say, well, the people who incorporated me did that for me. Now, keep in mind, if we filed the S election for you, yes, you are an S corporation, but still there is a document that comes directly from the IRS, which is a letter, and it is a notice of acceptance as an S corporation. It's a letter that's going to come directly to the corporate address, whatever address that the IRS have on file for you. And if it's the corporate address you've given us, that's what is going to be on the file, and that's where the correspondence is going to go, to that address. And it's going to be a letter format, and it's going to be entitled Notice of Acceptance as an S corporation. So we're going to dig into it a little bit further to give you assurance to so you can know whether you are a C or you are an S. So again, C or an S, that is the question. So let's go further. If you paid Executive on the Go to do this for you, we would have filed a form from the IRS 2553, which is an election by a small business corporation. Again, it's an election by a small business corporation. If you did not pay us to do this, most likely you are still a C corporation. Not to say that you didn't do it or you didn't give it to your tax professional to actually do it. But if you didn't do that, you are still a C corporation. So you want to actually fill this form out to become an S corporation. It is a tax situation with the IRS. It has nothing to do with the Secretary of State, whether you are a C or S. It is an IRS situation, and specifically for your taxes. So if you did do the S election, or if you paid us to do the X election, you would have received a notice of acceptance as an S corporation. A notice of acceptance as an S corporation. It is a letter that is coming directly from the IRS. And let me show you exactly what it looks like, because this is the letter that you're going to provide to your tax professional to prove that you are an S corporation. And so they can take that information and know that they can file the 1120S for you and be on point with the IRS, not guessing. And you don't have to be in a tizzy saying, did I file an S corporation, or am I an S, or am I a C? This takes out all the confusion. A C or an S corporation. This right here, this notice of acceptance as an S corporation. So what it looks like this. This is what the letter looks like. It looks like this right here. And so let's go ahead and make this a little bigger so you can see this. And you're going to see it's going to come directly from the Department of Treasury. You're going to have their notice of date, the date that basically states when they issued it or whenever they're mailing it out to you. You're going to see your EIN number or your tax ID number, your tax identification number. You're going to see your business name here. Your business address here is going to be addressed directly to the corporation, and it's going to have this title on it: Notice of Acceptance as an S Corporation. And it's going to say, we have accepted your election to be treated as an S corporation beginning, and this should be your incorporation date, and it's going to state your accounting period will end December 31st. It will end in December, basically end in December. So if you paid us again to do this for you, it will have the December date on there because we chose and elected to end the year at the December 31st date. So here's the proof that you are an S corporation. You filed with the IRS, and you can give it to your CPA. And what I recommend, if once you get the letter, you put it in your corporate records binder behind the tax identification tab, and you will put that there so you can easily get to it when your CPA asks you if you're a C or an S. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give our offices a call. You can email us and we will respond to you. We thank you again for purchasing your corporation with us, and I want you to be empowered to know that you have a C or you have an S corporation, and you can tell the CPA, I have an S corporation, I'm sure, because I have this letter, or I know for sure that I paid them to do it, and they can provide proof that we actually that we actually filed it for you. So only thing that we won't have is this letter, because this letter comes directly to you. So like again, I said, I hope this information was helpful for you. If so, God bless, make it a great day, make lots and lots of money, and see you at the top.